Hi, I'm Yong Lim. I'm the Assistant Provost for Applied Learning at the Singapore Institute of Technology. My role is to support the Provost in actually implementing the education outcomes, making sure that the programs have the applied learning components in all degree programs. Over the past 2 decades, the curriculum has to evolve to match up with the industry changes. So in the past, I would say a curriculum can be there unchanged for maybe 5 years, 10 years. But in today's context, we always have to review the curriculum together with industry partners to make sure that all the students that go through our program are actually industry relevant. In terms of designing a curriculum, the IHLs are always, first and foremost, they need to make sure that the whatever that we design, it is something that the industry will want. And how do we actually build that into the system? We do scans in terms of industry. We get industry experts to be in the panel to look at the curriculum design, look at the assessment of students, looking at the opportunities where they actually can go. For example, in SIT context, IWSP, the Integrated Work Study Program, does it help the students to acquire the skill set so that at the point of graduation, they can seamlessly move on to the workplace? One of the biggest challenges for IHLs in terms of designing curriculum and preparing students for the current economy is really the cycle of technology is actually changing very, very fast. In fact, for example, when we talk about accountancy today, is the curriculum going to be ready or preparing them for a career for the next 10 years? Because when AI takes over, it's going to be a massive change. So one of the key challenges from the curriculum design perspective, we are actually training a group of people for jobs that are still yet unknown. If I were a student today, at the point of graduation, I would think a good success story is I will be able to be plugged into the company and start being effective and producing and become a very efficient worker for the company. And our applied learning pedagogy is really try to narrow the gap, make sure they're ready so they can hit the ground running. All right, applied learning in SIT context is a very simple idea. We really want to connect the academic knowledge with the real-world application in terms of the skills in the professional area. And the whole idea of actually having applied learning is to actually give the students inside knowledge of the industry, using applied learning as a tool to give them the industry context so that when they graduate, they will be able to function very quickly. If we get this right, our graduates will be industry ready. And we also want to impart them with the mindset of a lifelong learning. They will always continuously try to upgrade themselves. I think we will actually transit into the work-learn continuum where they view lifelong learning as part of their learning journey. So it's no longer an idea where you have a university education and you are good for life. Because technology is always changing. You need to be able to pick up new skills, and they know when they need to actually come back and retool themselves to actually take on the new challenges that's being thrown at them. In Singapore, 2 out of the 6 public universities are on the applied learning pathway. And if we translate to numbers of students in terms of higher education, I would say that's probably closer to 20 to 25%. In terms of the model, I do believe that not all universities need to go into this particular path. I believe in diversity in terms of the education systems. Different students have different learning needs. For the kind of students actually, for example, who prefer our applied learning pedagogy, I really hope that they find a very fruitful journey in terms of learning and actually keep on upgrading themselves. And the other thing that for this to work, one of the biggest shift that has to take place for places like Singapore is really our companies need to step up in terms of being the partners in terms of training. For countries like Germany, it becomes a cultural thing. They know they are actually co-partnering in terms of creating their talent pipeline, keeping their talent pipeline current.